One of my American friends, Jennifer, she got married to a Japanese guy and now she's pregnant. And she's wondering, which country is better for the kid when it comes to education? I don't know in the US, but I can talk about education in Japan because I was born and raised in Japan. So I can tell you what kind of education I actually had in Japan. Obviously, there are pros and cons, but this time, let me talk about the good things. And in this video, I'm gonna focus on the education specifically from elementary school age to high school age around. Because in Japan, everyone has to go to elementary and junior high school at least, usually until 15 years old. It's mandatory. Number 1. School lunch. This is what looks like Japanese school lunch. And this is what looks like American school lunch on the other hand. Okay, which one would you like to eat personally? More importantly, which one do you think is better for kids? I know this is quite over-exaggerating comparison, but you got my point. School lunch in Japan is way more nutritious. There are a variety of ingredients, not just meat or fish, but also plenty of vegetables and fruits. Trust me, as a parent, the last thing you want to see is your kid eating junk food every single day at lunch. No wonder child obesity is a serious issue in the US. I think simply because the children are eating bad processed food too much at school. Japanese school lunch on the other hand, not only healthy, but also tastes good. So that was one of my favorite time in the school days. I always looked forward to it when I got to school in the morning.
The food.
Food.
Food is amazing.
給食.
Kyushoku. The world should have that. Because they have a very standardized way to make the food. Very healthy food. Nutritionist develops that. So the kids eat healthy, right? So and even if you're a poor kid, there's some subsidized programs to make sure all the kids eat healthy and eat the same food. So everyone's the same in that way. But my daughter has allergies, but they make sure she doesn't have food that has her allergies.
But the best part about the school lunch in Japan is that's one of the parts of education in the school. It's not just eating time. Students themselves prepare for the lunch and talking together with classmates and teacher. This is actually where I learned a good table manner and having a discussion about food, like where does this ingredient come from? I learned so much about food at that time. It was really good food education looking back on. Number 2. No janitor. Kids clean up the school by themselves. Maybe you think that really sucks. That's not good for kids. Why not let them focus on just studying? Yeah, that was not something I wanted to do as a kid, to be honest. It was kind of boring and annoying chore, probably for most students. But looking back on now, I'm actually glad we had that cleaning time every day. Think about it. School is not just for learning from a textbook, shouldn't be just for academic purpose. It's all about learning how to become a member of society and taking responsibility for yourself. Classroom, bathroom, corridor, stairs. The students are using those places a lot. So why not let them clean up? They have the responsibility, right? This is the mindset you need to have since early age. Cleaning school every day. That's gonna become a habit even when you become an adult. You are more likely to be responsible and respectful for the place you're gonna use, like workplace, station, park, or any public place. Have you ever wondered why Japan is clean pretty much everywhere? There are not so much litter even in a big city compared to other countries. I think cleaning in school is one of the reasons. We naturally, subconsciously try to keep the place clean because that habit ingrained from early age in school.
I was a student in Canada. I heard about Japanese system, they clean the schools, I didn't believe it. And I thought, that sucks, right? Because I think kids in Canada too, we don't respect the school. Like some kids might throw garbage on the ground, or in the bathrooms they might make it dirty because they don't have to clean it. But in Japan, I think the kids take better care of the school because they have to clean it. So I think you learn from a young age how to take care of things. So I like that the kids have to clean up the schools and that there is no janitor to do those tasks.
Number 3. Club activities. I'm sure you also have this where you live. But the difference I think is that how serious students are. Some schools in Japan require the students to join a club team. It's mandatory, and especially soccer, baseball, basketball, these kind of popular sports in Japan, the club team in school is usually really serious and strict. It's like a professional sports team. So actually many students stay at school until dark, sometimes late at night, and do a club activity almost every day.
It's different from school to school, but where I teach they're very motivated, but they're always so busy. Like with not just studying but club activities. I talked to one student who told me they only sleep 2 hours a night.
Wow.
And I don't know how they survive.
They are doing studying and other things.
Studying and club activities until very, very late at night, and they start again very, very early in the morning.
Okay, let me give you my experience. I joined a soccer team, and not only weekdays, but every weekends we had a club activity and practiced for a long time, like 5 or 6 hours per day, sometimes all day. Don't get me wrong, I was really happy about that. That was my best memory in school days, because I really enjoyed playing soccer seriously, and I was getting confident with myself. How can I improve my skills even a little bit each day? That was my only focus in school days. I didn't care about studying at all. Of course, some students don't take it seriously, but just like me, so many students get into the club activity. That's their biggest focus in school. And in my opinion, that's where Japanese people develop more, the group mentality. And according to a Japanese study, those people who are serious at the club activity are more likely not only to have a physical strength, but also to be confident and good at work. One of the reasons why I really liked Japanese education in school is, it's not just about studying on the desk, preparing school lunch, cleaning the classroom, and club activities. So many things are going on as well as studying. They are all helping our personality improve and become more disciplined and persevere. If that's something you look for your kids, maybe moving to Japan as a family would be a great idea, just like this guy.